Hello, my beautiful souls. Today, I want to sit with you in a very heartfelt conversation. A conversation that touches the core of who we are, the way we see people, the way we experience relationships, and the way we understand life itself. Have you ever wondered why some people enter your life and fill it with light, laughter, and kindness? They make you feel safe, supported, and deeply loved. You thank God for them. They feel like blessings. But then there are others, the ones who challenge you, trigger your insecurities, push your buttons, or even hurt you. With them, life doesn't feel so easy. In fact, you might find yourself asking, why would God send someone like this into my life? And yet, here is the truth. Both are blessings. Yes, the ones who make your heart bloom, and the ones who test your patience or break your heart, both are blessings. Because every single soul that crosses our path comes carrying a message, a lesson, and a divine purpose. The blessing of gentle souls. Let's first talk about those people who are easy to love, the ones who make you believe in goodness. Maybe it's a best friend who always knows when you're hurting. Maybe it's a partner who supports your dreams. Maybe it's a mentor who believes in you when you don't believe in yourself. These people are blessings because they remind you of love, compassion, and connection. They teach you what it feels like to be seen and valued. They make you realize that you are worthy of love. And sometimes their role is to teach you how to love yourself more deeply. Because when someone treats you with kindness, you realize, if they can see this value in me, then maybe I should start seeing it too. These souls bring light to our lives. They're like gentle reminders from God saying, "Look, my child, you are loved, you are worthy, and here's someone who will reflect that back to you." The blessing of difficult souls. But then we meet another kind of blessing, the blessing that doesn't feel like one at first. These are the people who trigger us. Maybe they criticize you, maybe they betray your trust, maybe they leave when you wanted them to stay. And in that moment, you don't think of them as blessings at all. You might even think, God, why would you allow this? Why would you bring this person into my life? But here's the thing, these people are also part of your growth. They teach you resilience, they teach you boundaries, they teach you how to stand strong, they show you parts of yourself that still need healing. Think about it. Without challenges, how would we grow? Without someone shaking us awake, how would we learn strength? Without being tested, how would we build courage? The difficult souls in our lives are like sandpaper. They might feel rough, but they shape us, polish us, and prepare us for a higher version of ourselves. Why both are necessary. Imagine if life was filled only with the good kind of people. Sweet, supportive, kind. It would feel comfortable, yes, but growth wouldn't happen, because growth often comes from discomfort. On the other hand, imagine if life was only filled with challenging people. That would feel heavy and exhausting. But God in His wisdom sends both, the ones who heal us and the ones who stretch us. Together they create balance. Together they make us whole. So the next time someone triggers you, instead of saying, "Why me?" you can begin to say, "Thank you, God, for showing me where I need to grow. Thank you for sending this soul, even though I don't fully understand why right now. I trust you." Gratitude for every soul. And this is where we arrive at something powerful. Gratitude. Instead of criticizing or complaining about people, imagine if you shifted your words to this simple prayer. I am grateful for each and every soul you have sent into my life, my God. I may not know why, but I trust you. These words hold healing. Because when you see people as divine messengers, whether sweet or challenging, you stop resisting life, you stop carrying bitterness, you start seeing meaning in every connection. A personal reflection. Let me share something personal with you. There was a time in my life when I met someone who completely broke my trust. At that moment, I couldn't see them as a blessing. All I saw was pain. All I felt was betrayal. But as years passed, I realized, if that person hadn't walked into my life, I would never have learned the importance of boundaries. I would have continued to give my energy away without limits. Their role, though painful, was a turning point in my growth. That's when I truly understood, some people come to love us, and some come to teach us. And both are blessings. People as mirrors. You see, every person is also a mirror. They reflect something back to us, sometimes our beauty, sometimes our wounds. When someone loves you deeply, they mirror your worth. When someone hurts you, they mirror where you still need healing. And when you realize this, you stop labeling people as. So far, we've spoken about how every person, whether comforting or challenging, is a blessing in disguise. But how do we carry this wisdom into our daily lives? How do we stop ourselves from falling into the trap of anger, bitterness, or resentment? How do we practically live with the mindset that every soul is a gift from my Creator? That's exactly what we'll explore next. Let's go deeper into applying this in real life and how gratitude for every person can transform not only our relationships, but also our inner peace. When people hurt us, let's be honest. Gratitude doesn't come easily when you're in pain. When someone betrays you, the first thought isn't, wow, what a blessing. The first thought is pain, anger, maybe even hatred. And that's okay, because we're human. We're meant to feel. Even the strongest faith doesn't cancel out emotion, but what matters is what happens after that. Do we stay in anger forever, or do we let it guide us toward growth? When you're hurt by someone, try asking, what is this teaching me about myself? What strength is being awakened in me right now? How can I respond with wisdom instead of bitterness? Because pain is always a teacher. The power of shifting perspective. Now imagine this. Every time you meet someone, whether they bring joy or pain, you whisper to yourself, this person is a blessing. I may not see how yet, but I trust God's plan. Do you know what happens? Your heart softens. Your mind expands. Your soul rests. Instead of seeing life as a series of random events, you begin to see it as a divine classroom. Every soul is a classmate. Every interaction is a lesson, and your Creator is the teacher guiding it all. Example, the critical friend. Let's say you have a friend who always criticizes you. At first, you might feel hurt and defensive. But with this new perspective, you could ask, is there some truth in their words that can help me grow? Or is this teaching me to stand firm in who I am without needing everyone's approval? Either way, that friend becomes a blessing, because they pushed you to reflect, to choose, to grow. Example, the supportive mentor. On the other hand, maybe you meet a mentor who encourages you, uplifts you, and believes in your potential. Their blessing is more obvious. They teach you self-worth and inspire you to rise higher. But again, both the critical friend and the supportive mentor are blessings. Different roles, same purpose, your growth. Living in gratitude daily. Now, how do we cultivate this mindset daily? Here are 3 simple practices. 1. Morning prayer of gratitude. When you wake up, say, thank you, my God, for every soul you will send my way today. I may not understand why, but I trust you. 2. Pause before reacting. When someone triggers you, pause. Take a breath. Whisper, this too is a blessing. Teach me what I need to learn. 3. Evening reflection. At night, reflect on the people you met that day. Write down what each one taught you. Love, patience, strength, kindness, or boundaries. Transforming relationships. When you live like this, your relationships change. You stop blaming. You stop resenting. You stop carrying grudges. Instead, you start seeing divine purpose in everyone. Even someone who walked away from you, suddenly you see them not as a loss, but as a completed lesson. Even someone who hurt you, you see them as a mirror that revealed your inner strength. And the people who love you, you cherish them even more deeply. Final prayer. So today, let us end with a prayer together. I am grateful, my God, for each and every soul you have sent into my life. Some teach me love, some teach me strength, some bring me joy, some bring me lessons. I may not always understand, but I trust you. Every person is a blessing, and I receive them with an open heart. My friends, if you take just one thing from this conversation, let it be this. Every person is a blessing. Some show you how loved you are, others show you how strong you can be, but all of them are gifts from your Creator. So instead of complaining, choose gratitude. Instead of judging, choose trust. And instead of asking, why me? Whisper, thank you, my God. I trust you. Because in the end, life is not about what people do to us. It's about how God uses them to shape us. And when you see life through that lens, every soul becomes sacred. Thank you for spending this time with me. May your heart stay soft, your faith stay strong, and may you always recognize the blessings disguised as people in your life. As I walk by the shore, I am reminded of the rhythm of the oceans, how they pull back only to surge forward, much like the relationships in our lives. We have our ebbs and flows, moments of retreat and connection. But with each tide, we learn something more. We grow a little stronger, and our faith deepens. And isn't that what life is truly about? Coming together, sharing in each other's joys and sorrows, helping one another grow. It's a symphony of experiences, each note played by unique souls, resonating with the melodies of wisdom, compassion, and love. Let us celebrate this symphony with open hearts.